Welcome. You made it inside. Great to see you. I'm really happy that you're here. Anytime that you want to achieve something, you have to be willing to take some action. So just by you being here is another step closer to living the life that you want to live, the life that you dream about. Now, before we get started with the Champions Map, I just want to tell you a little story. This is my own personal story. Growing up in Kentucky, I was born in Louisville, Kentucky, 1964. And when I was a child, I was told that I could be president of the United States. Now, because I'm a child, I really wanted to believe this, and part of me did. I thought I could be president, but another part of me thought, no, I can't. You know, when I looked at my skin and I saw brown skin, I thought no black person could ever be president of the United States, at least not in my lifetime. And for that matter, not even a woman. So these are the beliefs that I had. But what makes this story really interesting is that Barack Obama, who's now president of the United States, is only 2 years older than I am. And when I was watching him be sworn in as president of the United States, I was crying. And I couldn't figure out why, and I realized that it was true. I could have been president of the United States if I just had the belief. Barack believed it, and he's president. It was true. So, what are the things that you think aren't true? And it's just your own limiting belief, the thing that holds you back. Because at one point, we all knew how to dream. As children, we had the biggest dreams. And at some point, we stopped dreaming. So let's get to the map. Let's do your Champions Map now. Now, the foundation for the map is your dreams. I'm talking about your real dreams, not the fake adult dreams where you've learned to be afraid and stop really wanting the things that you want because it's not realistic, or maybe I don't have the ability. And all the things that we as adults tell ourselves that keep us limited and not really pursuing the life that we really feel that we want to pursue in our hearts. So let's get to the actual map now. Now, if you open up the document that says Champions Map, what you will see is at the top it says Vision Board. Now you're going to be collecting things that represent the visions that you have. Now, I'm going to give you some terms like vision, and I define things a little bit differently than other people. So I'm going to tell you exactly what vision means. And we're going to go through a few processes to actually discover what your real wants, desires, and visions of your life really are. So, but I just want to go through this document with you first. You'll see success line and legacy line. Well, this is how we actually achieved our bronze medal at the 1996 Olympics. That's what the success line represents. And it was really all about getting results. You know, at that time, it was back in 1996, I was a professional coach, I was young, and it was really about proving myself. I had a lot of ego, which is not a bad thing if you can direct it, but if it runs you, then you don't have any choice. And at that time, we were really all about getting results. We had a slogan, stuff the silver, we're going for gold. And the only problem with this was it was so results focused that when we didn't have a chance to actually compete for the gold medal, it felt like we had failed. Now, I don't think about it as failure today, but back in 1996, it felt like failure. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing more debilitating than feeling like you don't have a chance in life. Well, the Champions Map and the ability to dream and then make those dreams real not only makes you feel like you have a chance to do whatever you want, but it makes you feel like you're living with passion and purpose. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing we're going to do is get you back to the point where you feel like you can dream. And dream those dreams you had when you were a child. And then we're going to put the adult part on it. What skills do we need? What relationships do we need? What mindset do we need to actually make those dreams tangible and real and measurable? Okay, now let's get started. So, first thing you want to do is print out your workbook, your Champions Map workbook. And also, get yourself a pen. If you want, get some colored markers. If you like looking at things in colors. Also, get yourself a glass of water and go use the bathroom so you're not going to be interrupted. So I want you to put me on pause, go do those things, and when you come back, push play. Okay, welcome back. All right, and let's really get down to the work. Now, you have your workbook all printed out. Now just flick through it quickly and you'll see that there's some empty pages in there. Now we're going to do some real work. I've been a coach for almost 30 years now, and one thing I've learned is if you want the results, you just got to do the work. So this is a magical process, but the magic is in doing the work, and doing the work that's actually going to get you some results. So all those empty pages, we want to fill them up. We want to fill them up with things that are in your heart and the things that you really dream about. Yeah. So we're also going to do some processes. Now, I don't mean to sound simple when we do these processes. I'm not trying to talk to you like you're an idiot, but these are really not for your conscious mind. They really are to go back to the subconscious, to talk to that inner child, and to really get you to dream again, and to really get you to be childlike and really say the things that you genuinely want, and not put that adult mind around it and restrict the things that you want in your life. So make sure you really play full out, especially with the dreaming. Okay, so first I'm going to give you an explanation for the Champions Map. So in your subconscious, you kind of understand already what the Champions Map is. There are not really any words to describe the Champions Map. You just have to do the process. But I use a diagram to show you images of what the Champions Map actually does. So let's go through that process now. And like I said before, it all starts with dreaming. So imagine a dream, something that you really, really want in life. And dreams, they kind of live in the clouds. You know, a lot of times, some people don't even want their dreams to come true because it's a place for them to escape. Now, I know that sounds, a little ridiculous, but think about it. You probably know people who, if you gave them an opportunity to make their dreams become real, they would refuse it. If you gave them a way for the dream to come true, they would refuse. And the reason why is because this is the place they escape to. There's a lot of work involved in having a vision of the way that you want to live, and then doing everything it takes to make that real. It's not magic. It's not just a wand that you tap something with and all of a sudden it comes true. When you have a dream and you turn that dream into a vision, next comes the work. And a lot of people just don't want to do the work. Now you're here in the Champions Map, so I know you want to do the work. So let's get to it. So imagine, here's your dream, and it just kind of lives out here in the clouds somewhere, right? It's not real, but it's something that you really want, your desires. Now, as long as it stays a fantasy, it's comforting, and it's something that you can look toward. But how do you make it real? How do you actually live it? And that's what the Champions Map is about, is how are we going to live that dream? Well, the first step in the process is dreaming, but then turning that dream into a vision. And the way I define vision is either something that you can see yourself doing or something you can feel yourself doing. And it even comes down to something that you think you deserve. And that may sound a little funny, but a lot of people really desire things that they won't allow themselves to have because they just don't think that they deserve it. So we need to turn that dream into something that you feel like you deserve, or the life you feel like you can have, or something you can actually see yourself doing. And then something really magical starts to happen. It's not just a fantasy anymore. Now you actually have a destination. That vision becomes a place that you can do the work and get to. Having a destination is a really important thing. Now, I used to want to live life really organically and just kind of let things flow and let things happen. Now I've replaced that with intuition. Intuition is about being in flow, but you also want to have purpose in life. And that's what goals and destinations do for you. It's not that you set these goals and then you're going to go out and conquer the world to achieve them. When you have purpose, there are things you want to do in the world. There's things you want to do with your life. And those things you want to do become the goals that you have, and the goals you set. So when you have a set destination, and destination is just another way of saying purpose. When you know what your purpose is or where you want your life to end up, then it becomes a lot easier because now you have a path. And when you have a path, all you have to do is figure out the steps you need to take to get to your destination. Now, this is what the map does. It helps you identify all these parts in the process, all the way from the dream, the vision, help converting that vision into a pathway, and then actually identifying the steps you need to take so that you can actually walk along that path and make it real.